Yes, this time, let's talk about the mark import method among the various geodesic collecting methods. What is Mark's method of import? We usually go through two processes, just like the word mark income. Mark first and earn money. So, this mark is the process of distinguishing between objects that are now alive and objects that are not alive, that is, objects that have already been destroyed by starting from this root. Then, after making that distinction, it is now destroyed. It can be said that the import stage involves going through the process of releasing the judged objects from memory. Okay, so this is how it goes. Starting with the root, there can be structures like this: pointer field, pointer field, pointer field. So starting from this root, the pointer fields continue to write in. So if you judge that he has become a destroyer, he doesn't mark anymore. But if he says this guy is still alive, he will do this mark like this. Then, when I explained the basic concept of Gabe's collating last time, I said that I would put the concept in front of this actual object data. And this header corresponds to meta information, and different information is stored in this header depending on the gavel culling method, and this mark import method usually leaves this bit of information. It could be a fire. So, you could mention some invariant that checks whether it is alive or not, or something in general. You can put a bit flag. So, as you can see, in the header of the objects that are judged to be alive, the bits are marked as being alive, and the objects that are judged to be destroyed are now going through the process of making the ibit flag into a pulse in this header. So, logic will work roughly this way. Now there must be a list called this object. You can think of them as kids to actually judge whether I'm alive or not. So we're going to cycle through the objects in the list of objects in this object, one by one, and mark them if they haven't already. Now, at this time, this process only proceeds for alive objects. Okay? Then, so I did this to mark. For example, let's say this rain at first. So, in a situation where this object is Eevee, we toward all the alive in fields. Put it on this list. So in the same case here, for example, there was a variable here called jet, which is a point field variable. He was alive. Let me try. This is dead, and then below this field that I'm adding as an object to check is this alive. I will be a G pointer. In this way, we continue to go down from the root and check for living children, and then below this mark, we set the mark fire variable to Turu. This is the mark stage. Now then we go through the import stage, at which time this has been allocated so far. Let's say there were 5 objects. Then, at the mark stage, 2 of them were judged to be alive now, and 2 of them were judged to be destroyed now. So now we're going to get rid of these destroyed objects. After that, the process of preventing bungling by setting the null pointer will also proceed. So far, this is the concept of mark income. Next, we will discuss reference counting among the various methods of garbage collector.